What's up, Champions fam? It's the bad guy, a WWE Champion, Zeke 4-0, back with a brand new video. And lo and behold, WWE Champions just, every time you think that you're out, they figure out a way to bring you back in. Your boy got lucky and recruited Mamacita, Attitude Era powerhouse, Chyna, rest in paradise, my girl, my muscle mommy queen. We were able to pick her up during the debut weekend of Attitude Era striker Eddie Guerrero. Lie, cheat, steal. Viva la raza. Now, in my past short, I said Papi pulled up, so Mamacita had to show out. But now that we got Mamacita out here, she can't be out in these streets alone. Champions is wrecking it right now, y'all. Look, they had an offer. They had two offers. The first offer, it was just a common sense thing. And this was just no debate. I was looking for a rainbow cross break plate. And they decided to say, hey, why not pick up a 200% RNG strap and a rainbow cross break plate alongside 7 pulls? Why not? Then I'm looking up and they got a freaking 6-star gold Santa Hogan. Papi stole Christmas. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I love the aesthetic. I'm not even mad at it. I'm tempted. Realistically, all you need is 17K Santa Hogan. But looking at how frustrating it is to pick up them tokens to get him to 17K, $40 for a 6-star gold Hogan and a Santa Hogan, knowing that he's built the hit above his class. So basically, he will be a 6-star gold, hitting as if he were a 7-star, quote unquote, in parentheses, open and closed, 7-star. You're not wrong for picking him up. You could literally just pick him up at 6-star gold and just sit him at 17K. Or if you really want to just be the type of person that wants all the smoke with everybody, just max him out and just start beating the crap out of everybody. Nonetheless, they had an offer for Santa Hogan too at 6-star gold. But then they had the discounted pools for Eddie. And my boy Bradley hit me up because I sent him a picture of Hogan. And then he's like, dude, did you see the cross plate? I'm like, yeah, man, that's looking pretty cool. Then he's like, dude, you got to bring Papi home to mommy. The original Dom in Chyna. I mean, wow, I'm down. Whoa, I'm holder. Legalities. Whoa. The original Dom and Rhea and Dom and Liv, Eddie and Chyna. I'm not even mad. Their tag link is immaculate, plus 6 MP for mixed match shenanigans. He's a striker. I've literally, from what I've heard from the content creators, he's basically a striker that's a trickster. So why didn't they just make him into a S-tier trickster? Because Eddie, certain people's play styles, they make sense. You know what I mean? Like Eddie is lie, cheating, and stealing. So why not just make him a trickster? We already got one that got a rework and everyone wasn't impressed by for ruthless aggression. So why not just make him an Attitude Era trickster and just call it a day? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, y'all, the objective is simple. I'm just praying to get enough shards of Eddie to bring him home. I have always been a fan of Eddie. And I'm also going, regardless of how these go, I watched the video from my broski, 2Bob. He's stepping away from the game. And 2Bob is a huge fan of Eddie. If I could bring him home, that would mean a lot to me. Especially knowing, like, man, I'm hurt that 2Bob's rolling out. But I respect him, too, because life is life. And even Merrick spoke on, like, you know, he's getting ready to get things going. Lee's life is life, y'all. This game is just a moment. It's an escape. But reality is always asking and looking for you to answer the call. So respect to all of them for what they do and doing the same, knowing when to step away or just to let everyone know. But knowing that was just, you know, the timing of him saying he's closing down the lounge with Eddie Guerrero pulling up and that's his favorite wrestler. The vibes, y'all. The vibes. So, like, the main thing here, from what everything, there was a little oopsies earlier. They gave everyone 100 Chyna shards, some resources, and some Eddie Guerrero shards. So I'm now sitting at 2K shards of him. 2K. So realistically, I'm not going to be, I love Eddie. I would love to pull Eddie. But I'm also at a point where, I try to want to show y'all in this game, for playing this game for so long as I have. This is one of those things where if I get him, I'm happy. But if I don't get him, I'm not sweating it because I'm literally so close to recruiting him. I'm confident his shards will pull up at different times, at different currency amounts over time throughout the rest of the year. I'll recruit him later. He's a 3K shard recruit compared to a 4 or 5K. I will get Eddie, and I will be happy when that day comes. If we can do it today, great. If they get if Eddie and Chyna can rock it out today, so be it. If not, another time. So with that being said, they got a lot of good stuff in here, but we're just going to go ahead and get into it. So I'm gonna do my thing, get it out of the way. We'll hit the 7 pull first, then we'll close it out with the 40, y'all. So, man, hey yo, hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last. Champions do. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's hit the first 7 and get that out of the way here. There obviously is no gear. Fuses are always great. Saves you star frags. Shards are always great to work on moves and save you color TP. So we're grateful and appreciative. If there is a new superstar, we'll see how it goes, man. It gets to a point where you have to understand, because there's so many characters in the game, I still try my hardest to stand to what I always say: have a husbando and waifu that covers your errors in your classes, and then work on and build upon. Those are really good shards. Work on and build upon their proper entourage abilities. Figure out how you like running them, and then invest in those trainer setups, and then obviously set that load out, and then quality of life. Keep it moving, keep it going. Obviously, if you invest more money in disposable income, then of course you're going to invest in other things so you can get the strap pass or more loadouts. But realistically, there's going to come a point in time where you're going to have to really look back and just lock in on who you really want to invest in and who you're not going to invest in. I believe that's a fuse. So there we go. That's a dub. For the longest time, did not have that. So now we go ahead. They got some milestone rewards here. I'm not tripping on that. That's cool. All right, bet. So we claim all that. Get that out of the way, okay? Boom. Dismiss. And then we move on to the next thing. So that's the main event. We are getting close to Joe Hendry. Again, I'm not sweating him. He's similar to Eddie. If I get him, I get him. If I don't, I don't. If I get him early so I can do the tours and the blitz thing, cool. But if not, he's going to come to the account. So we'll wait for Eddie to show up, and then, it is what it is. He can rig it so we don't get him because he lies, cheats, and steals. So viva la raza. Let's do it for Eddie. And we'll just keep on going. Again, there's a lot of amazing stuff on here, but when your account starts getting bigger, I watched a video from Slim Numbers talking about how roster building is broken, and I have to agree with him, because before, when you had the talent ups, you can lock in on certain things. And now it's far in between, because there's so much going on. It doesn't feel special anymore. Before, it's oh, I'm stockpiling this. I'm going to raid this MLE to get this person built up. I remember having MLEs literally planned out just to take up certain people and be cool with it. But now when you get so many superstars and when you got so many ways to pull them, this game isn't like other games. Like FGO, Dokkan Battle, they have specific times for you to pull. It isn't a constant wave all the freaking time. You know what I mean? It gets exhausting in Champions because you got too much going on sometimes. It's to a point now, you got enough superstars. Slow it down a little bit, but some people do and some people don't. That's just the game. That's just what it is. They have to find that balance, because now if you got this many superstars, the only way that, for me, that I see it, Slim Numbers was talking about it in his video, and it's the truth. Oh, wow, fuse. We got a fuse. We finally got El Grande Americano. And you know what's wild about that? That unlocks my double German suplex moment. Screenshot though. Well, we finally got him. No fanfare or anything, but I'll take it. A 6-star gold. All right. Okay. That okay. But you have to have come to a point where you have content. You got to have enough content to support the amount of superstars that you have in the game. And sad to say, I'll take the Penta Shards. That ain't nothing but a thing. I love me some Penta. But sad to say, with this game, you got mad superstars. You got content, but it's not enough where it makes sense for you to have the initiative and incentive that you had before, prior to work on specific people. Now it's kind of like, well, who do I go after? You know, like before you had a clear vision. Now it's kind of like, does it really matter who I work on? Does it really matter what I? And that's not a good way to be in the game. That's like, you should, like, there's so much. It's so much. It can get overwhelming, and when it gets overwhelming, it stops being fun, and it stops, like, you know, like certain people, they can hold on to it. Some people do have the patience to lock in and be like, I'll take that fuse of dude love. I will definitely take that. Didn't even expect that. Some people have the patience and others don't. A lot of people now, because of how attention spans are, they want instant gratification. So they're not trying to wait it out anymore and scopely put themselves in a bind. I do agree with Slim Numbers what he said. He said that they should definitely space out the eras. Now, what they could do that would be really dope and really fire is, he did mention the idea of having like a WCW era. That does make sense. I could see that working. When it comes to the territory days, though, that could be the era. You know, you have the era, you have the Attitude Era, right? You got Ruthless Aggression. You could have Monday Night Wars as a whole thing because it's a part of history. But you could have an era called the Territories. That's literally like what it could be. That's the era, the territories. And then you can have people from multiple, like NWA and everything, Memphis. They can all fall under that one. The zombies, like he said, like Slim said, yes, the zombies could just be zombies. It doesn't need to be a modern era. No, just make them zombies. They're in there enough. You know what, like that, they are there. No different than IOW or Hall of Fame. Just make it into what it is. They have enough bigger depth and pool for that. Other than that, they got to just really lock in on just the content, yo. When you get to the point that you got this type of content, you got to make stuff that's going to be worth playing. You got to make it more incentivized. You got to upgrade the rewards. He mentioned that is enough. I'm making hits off of this, and it's cool. This is definitely like finally pulling Americano lets me know I'm not getting Eddie. Americano pulled up too slick as a 6-star goal, yo. That wasn't even a feature because Eddie's the only featured. So it already lets me know Eddie ain't coming home. But at the same time, I'm glad to finally have him on the roster. But Slim said, like, breaking down the eras, making that a situation, focusing in on the smaller eras and giving them more depth. You know, similar to how they use the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to expand New Gen. They can do the same. You gotta play that. They expand with the crossover characters for New Gen too. They can do the same with PG. They can do the same with reality. They could do a lot there instead of just putting everything into modern. Because modern, you literally should, as diluted as it's getting or convoluted, depending on your situation, right? Snoop Dogg. You literally could have all your coverage inside of modern era, and then you lose sight of the fact that you still should have coverage for your other eras and classes, because modern era is so big that it literally casts a shadow upon every other era. So it's like they need to definitely differentiate that. They could do a whole thing like for the Divas, because that was a thing. That was a whole period. Divas, that's a thing. They could do the Thunderdome. They could do the Thunderdome era. You know what I mean? They could have other options that don't make things look weird. And then it gives separation, and then it gives you more incentive to, like, okay, we're not introducing a new class, but we got these new eras, so then it gives you more reason to build up these people again. So Slim was cooking, so let that man cook. Good grief, he's a content creator for a reason, man. I'm telling you, he was man. I'll leave a link to this video because he was just talking this stuff. We're near the end. I'm not even tripping about it. It's all good. Like I said, Eddie's gonna come home one way or the other, so I'm not bugging about it. But my boy Bradley, this is for you, my boy. You asked, you brought it to my attention. I'm like, yeah, fair play, fair play. So let's get these shards out the way for my boy Eddie. It's probably the least amount, 115. That is not a bad drop at all. So again, like that brings us closer. And then we got a lower count, 85. So we end at 224.70. That ain't bad at all. All right, we got a fuse. Wow. Double German suplex code finally unlocked. That is wild, though. He wasn't even featured. He wasn't featured. And that Lola Vice drop was good, too. So, walked away with a lot of good shards. And then we also finally got to pull him at 6-star gold. I ain't even mad. Screenshot. Oh. Aleister Black NXT, did not even expect that. Like, jeez. And Dude Love, too. Like, these are some, well, yeah, this is when you lie, cheat, and steal, expect some unorthodox pulls, right? All right, so then we got these here. Okay, so we tapped out, we maxed out on that. So that's as far as we go here. And that's fine. That is absolutely fine. I'm grateful for that. So claim all of our rewards. And then, boom. Thank you, Eddie. We appreciate you, my boy. We got nothing but love for you, man. So we got the moment unlocked on that. We go ahead and grab this stuff here. Okay, and that brought us, okay, so see what I mean? We're literally right there. Eddie's coming home sooner or later. Like, I'm not going to lose sleep over that. We maxed it. We got some additional resources. This is actually wild because I spent early. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I spent early because I got the Ilya Dragunov shards. I picked that up, and there was something else that I felt that I needed. I was moved to get. But even still, I'm not disheartened by what I'm seeing because I can actually go back and look and check to see. That Queen's Tiara is going on Stephanie McMahon. I don't even care. No, that's not it. It's going on Oba. Oba, you're a work in progress, my boy. We'll figure it out. If anything, I'll just use a Universal Striker plate that has that on there because strikers and black gems and multiplies are a thing. It is what it is. It could have been a lot worse. So boom, that is done. We got that fully maxed. I got to share that with y'all. And then we got our moment too. So boom. All right. So we have here, this moment finally got unlocked. Got him before Gunther. Gunther's the closest to getting unlocked. It is what it is, yo. But it's going to be a good moment. It's going to be a great moment, especially for Tech Brock. This is one of those moments where it's for Brock. For me, Brock's the only one. Americano, I've seen his gameplay. I use Brock, though. So it's, again, some moments are hit and miss. There's that one on there that you might. And then when the Gunther shows up, that could be another thing, of course. But right now, we just take that. We just take those dubs. We likes those. We takes those. And then, of course, they got the new plate on here. They always make you go through here to sort this stuff out. Now, they did, as I mentioned earlier, we did have the situation with the cross break. So I'm just going to showcase this here because what was I supposed to do? Come on, y'all. Let's be realistic. This guy, this man, I went ahead and bought the PLE. I went off the main prize wall and bought the Crossfire anniversary plate. I went ahead and bought that when I got enough. And then when I saw that offer pull up, I'm like, are you crazy? This is just, what are we doing right now? Like, it's Undertaker. It's one of my favorites. It's my favorite version of Undertaker. And somehow I was able to get enough currency to get the crossfire, and then they follow up with the rainbow for 500%. My first one. It's going where it rightfully belongs. Yeah, there's no regrets on that. Dude's gonna be cooking. I am excited and ecstatic. And yes, if I do get a 200%er, I am going to move everything over because Undertaker deserves it. And I'm just that kind of guy. It is what it is. But we are almost to, we'll go ahead and do a check on good old Joe Hendry since we believe in him so much. 5,800. 5,800. So by the end of the week, we'll have him. And the moment is maxed. You gotta love it sometimes. You got to love it sometimes. But with that being said, y'all, I mean, we golden. I don't know what else to really say. Eddie didn't come home, but as you can see, we invested. We got those off the portal. That Santa Hogan, I'm telling you, it's calling me. It is calling me. I'm not going to deny it just because I know the importance of his entourage ability. And when you see, I'm just going to go over here and just show it to you just so y'all understand. The reason why I say just settle for 17K is because at 17K, it's where his MP starts at 17K. 17K Santa is what you want because it gives you that additional one. So where your others give you the +4, +2, he makes up the difference. But although it doesn't go up to +2 when you get to 35K, your moves do 40% more damage. You get 50% more health. Your color gems, any color, do 18K, which might not seem much to you. And then your move starts with 1. You combine that with these Hall of Fame characters on characters that got moments that stack health. I mean, you're not wrong if you wanted to go that route. That's all I'm saying. You're not wrong if you thinking going that route. Because I'm thinking it. Like, that's just keeping it a spade. It takes years, just like the IOW characters, to get these people up. If you could just get them now and just literally just put some coins in them to get them to 17K, or show them out and flex on people, you're not wrong. But on this prize wall, though, now we're going to check it out because now we actually ended up higher. So it means, yes, we could have got something a little different. Not really. Yeah, we could have. I won't lie. We could have. But then I'm stuck now because now I'm looking at this. I don't think, I'm maxed out. There ain't much else I can get. I'm not going to do more pulls for that. So we got 20K. We got an affiliation strap and we got a Dragunov shards. So that was the first thing that I got. So 12, 24, 25K. I can't get Jacqueline because Jackie. Yeah, we ain't close to her. I mean, it'd be cool to do a bundle on her. AJ, we are. You got the straps. I'm not gonna lie. If they got a Hall of Fame one, I would be tempted to do it. They fucking got a Hall of Fame one. Lord forgive me. Oh, jeez, why? That is the strap that I'm so scared to pull on because I envision an acrobat. We got lucky with a powerhouse, yo. We got lucky with a powerhouse, and I put it on Mick Foley. That acrobat is what I'm looking for Hogan. No, not Hogan, Savage. And then a trickster one would be... I'm hurt, yo. I'm hurt because no lie, the star-crossed. Picking up another star-crossed... I'm genuinely lost right now, y'all. I might have to go back to the drawing board because I don't even have this one. This one, this is like the Judgment Day, when the Judgment Day played with the countdowns, except for a botch, and it's the basic. Whenever you make 8 or more, deplete 4 MP. Oh my God, like that's another way to run Powerhouse Seth. That's a way to run Trick Willie. Yo, there's some there's some discrepancies here, man. I didn't expect to get as far like get as much as I did now. I don't regret picking up Ilya's stuff. That Total Silence is good too. Total Silence is another good anniversary plate. They got me messed up right now. I'm actually gonna have to sit back and think it through. I'll probably think it through. Rising Up would make sense, but for Chyna, but she blows up the board, so you're probably going to get that back. And then you got your currency. I'm not too sure who I'm going to go with. That battle armor is something because I do use botch people. The Star Cross would be great because I literally just got one off the prize wall, and then to get a second one and knowing how valuable that is, that would be immaculate. But that Hall of Fame strap, though, that the only thing is that some people need to understand too is like my Savage doesn't have a strap, but he still puts everyone down. So that's the thing. Like sometimes you just gotta pick your spot. Like, and again, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this because this is why I'm doing it, because I have to think about my logic. I'm all in on the title moment situation. There is a chance RNG to pick up a Hall of Fame strap. So why the anniversary plates are not in the armory loot? So why pass up a chance to get get one that's guaranteed? That's it. We're cool. We're cool. I don't know what else I'm going to get. I might. See? And then you start looking at resources and who you want to work up. You know what, though? I ain't missing out on this either. I'm going to go ahead and get it because, well, I do have two. I don't have any of these. I don't. But I am looking at that Total Silence, though. I am looking at that Total Silence. It's good to collect and to have something of each thing, but it's also a thing of sitting back and relaxing. And once again, like I said, look at these. All these shards to recruit these people, right? You'll pick these people up in no time. Certain people, you're going to be able to get the shards and recruit them. So you always want to just get what you need first, and then everything else is extra. So, if I really want to, the botch plate, I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to pick up another Silence because realistically, the anniversary plates are harder to get. They don't drop like that. So missing out on one would be a foolish mistake and error on my side. The strap, I can go ahead and get off through my loot, good Lord willing. And I got enough little bit left over to pick up something else. I could get that Rising Up because I don't have many of it. The Gold Rush is also another good plate. The break something and get something. So there's a couple good things that you can walk away with one way or the other, and not lose no sleep on it. But we walked away with a big dub today. We got a lot. I'm grateful for it. Mommy brought it all the way home for us, so I'm not even tripping about it. It is what it is. We got blessed with a lot of good stuff. So we just keep on going. We got a new Crossfire. We got another Silence. So it was a win. And we even got a purple leech from earlier. So with those, that is the video, y'all. Thank y'all so much for your time. I appreciate y'all. I'm glad I got to share this moment with all of you. Shout out to my boy Bradley for, some peer pressure. Yeah, I'm literally about to type your name in when I'm trying to put in Mamacita, and I'm still getting it wrong. Oh, Lord. But we did good. I'm grateful. Ooh. Well, we got a little... Oh, yeah, we got to do this. I'm a huge fan of Chyna, so this is one of those I'm not going to be able to do fully what I want to do because she has triple red, but I can at least work her up where I can. Where's the other one? Yeah, so I'll work her up where I can. I ain't even tripping about it no more. Like I said, the talent up, like the broski said, talent up isn't what it used to be, man. So I don't know. It used to be something like a spectacle. It's something special you could cherish and be like, hey, we did something. Now it's kind of like, I did something. I don't know, sure, but the weight doesn't. The weight of success isn't what it used to be. And like taking people up, like especially when you're investing the amount of resources that go into these people, yeah, you should feel like you should be getting something out of it. That's just what it boils down to. But with that being said, change gonna come one way or the other. More eras, more content. Uh, Literally, even with hype, like the hype points, like even how Slim was talking about it. Literally, put the hype in the milestones for the solo contest. Put hype in the milestones for solo contest. Even going a step further, put the Hall of Fame token, the IOW tokens. Give us more drops of that. You know how many days it takes to get someone set up. Well, I mean, if we're playing through an entire month, why wouldn't I get bonus hype since you're making it mandatory to play? And why wouldn't I get additional IOW tokens to work up my promoters for all this content that you got out? Subtle touches, little things. Bring in the tower mode. Have it like just like with Dokkan Battle. Dokkan Battle has the different super battle roads, extreme battle road, infinite dragon history. They got things for anniversaries of old and new. So why not do the same? Have things where you get good rewards. You clear it out with your attitude strikers. Clear something out with your new gen tech. Clear something out with your PG acro. I mean, and even if like it could be a thing where you can clear it again, like you might not get the first time rewards again, depending on how far you go in, but then it gives you incentive to go back once you got someone stronger and better, and you can improve on it. Do something for the women. You can bring in like people would play to a female Titan, people would play female boss battle. So you can't say that. Bring that in. Make tower modes. Make faction challenges. Everything and anything. There's so much that they could do in this game to make it worthwhile, and I want to see it. I want to see it thrive. I want to see more and more people keep coming into the game and enjoying it for what it is. But if you're going to keep on bringing in new superstars, and reality of it is the pool of superstars you have already is up there. I mean, you got to get to a point where you got to smell the roses. It's like, okay, we have all these wrestlers in the game aside from drawing money for what? It needs to be a payoff. There needs to be content, in-game content, that's going to challenge you to take up a husbando and waifu for every class and every era, to cover your subcategories, to go to war with these people in something that's going to be beneficial and worth your while and bang for your buck. If you keep on dropping superstars and you're getting abysmal drops for resources that are going to slow down your motivation and your momentum to keep playing and enjoying the game and giving it a shot, I mean, after a while, in the service is going to be pulling up quicker than you think, because it don't matter if you got all these characters if you don't got somewhere to use them. You got to start getting realistic. Start making tours that are based on the eras. Start making tours that are based on different combinations of different eras and representation. Have something where you need to take a striker from each era into battle. Do something where you have to pick 6 characters, husband or waifu, for a certain era, and they gotta clear out things, and you can choose the order of who fights what and how you go about it. There's a lot that they can do. They just got to tap in. It's not just about making it's great that the card art's looking better. It's great that the superstars are hitting harder. But if you only got X amount, Showdown? The road hasn't had anything new added to it for years, yo. It's wild to think that 7 years ago, Hell Mode was introduced. I want that to sink in for y'all. 7 years ago, Hell Mode was introduced. Just 2 years ago, we got the Backlash tour. Where's the rest of it, y'all? We could have Money in the Bank. Like I've explained this before. You could do a WrestleMania tour, and then you literally have 40 books, 41 books, 42 books of matches, resources, star frags, coins, TP, hype points, strap metal parts, chests for plates. Where is it? Increase the ante. We got 6-star golds now. You got moments involved. Push the meter up. Push the button. Because we're to a point now where you got your MLE, you got your showdown weekend, you got your feud weekend, you got your flash feud weekend, you got your boss battle weekend, you got your midweek showdown, you got your midweek stipulation, you got your stipulation, you got your hype, you got your Titan. Log in, do your exhibitions, do your daily claim, do your pulls once you've accumulated enough. What else is there to do? There has to be more in this game if you're going to have 700 plus superstars. Bring in some new eras. If you're not going to bring in a new class, I know I talk about the ring general and all that. It can be done because I've seen it done in other games, but it's the question of if you're not going to have consistent attention to the product, then don't even get started. And sad to say, Scopely has a thing of coming up with some great ideas and then they crash and burn. And instead of working to make it fixed, they just half-ass fix it. And then when you half-ass fix something, you're going to lead to problems because small problems that are not checked turn into big problems. And the thing that seems to happen here is that a lot of things that should be taken seriously aren't. And the things, the things that aren't supposed to be taken seriously are. That's a conundrum within the oxymoron, ain't it? But with that being said, I'm grateful for this video. I'm glad that I got to share these polls for y'all. With y'all, slim numbers dropped a lot. And he was just speaking truth because, like he said, like you look at your eras and I look at mine. I always say representative, right? I can look at this class. I can look at my attitude, comb through it. And I know that I got somebody for something. I got Rock for Tech, Showboat. I got Rock for Tech, Mankind for Tech. I got Showboat Undertaker. All right, Trickster wise, I got Stacy Savage, Rey Mysterio. Striker, I got Austin Hall, Haku, Bradshaw. Showboat, I got Mark Henry still. Powerhouse, I got Viscera or Big Boss Man for counters to multiply. Acrobat, I'm cool with Shawn Michaels being the lone dirty right there. You know what I'm saying? And now I got the Chyna on there. I got Trickster Trish. So, you know, you look at different setups and you're not going to have the same birth of characters. Like, because then we go to what legends, right? Okay, my acro set. I got Rhea. I got Muda. Powerhouse. I got Coco. I got Smash. I got Hogan. Striker. I got Axe and Ali and Bray. Trickster, got my boy Kamala. You know what I'm saying? So, technician, even if I needed, I got Mae Young. I got Pat Patterson. So, again, working with what you got, tech, I could use Dusty. There's a lot of range here for people. Acrobat again got doggone Ricky Steamboat. But then you get the other classes. You see like the depth that we have here for the legends, and then it's going to switch. Well, we go to Hall of Fame because he's got me going through this, and I'm just want to showcase what I tell y'all when I like walk what I talk and show it to you. You know what I mean? I got Vader and DDP for Striker. Hall of Fame. Acrobat, it's no question. It's Savage. Powerhouse, if I want it. Taker gets a rework. Got Foley. Female answer. I got a Tech. I got Molly Holly for consistency. I got Michelle McCool. Counter anything and everything. Who wants to smoke? So there's broad range here. I even got 6-star gold Triple H chilling, waiting on standby. We got Brutus the Barber Beefcake here. Freaking holding on for a prayer. Haven't even worked up Showboat Luger yet. Holding on for a prayer for Bradshaw and Ron Simmons for the pull up. So Hall of Fame is covered, right? Your IOWs take so freaking long to pick up. Just invest in the showdown ones, yo. Just be realistic. They want this so hard to be free to play that the grind is miserable and abysmal. Just work on your showdown promoters. They're the ones that are going to get you through the most, yo. Just lock in on them, and everyone else is second grade. But then you get to modern. Just look at this. Modern is a whole battlefield of coverage, because you still need to cover your other eras, but you're getting hit with so much modern. You don't know who to like. Look, like literally, I'm looking at here. What Trickster, AJ, my what AJ and DK Cena, Powerhouse, Cody Rhodes, and Seth freaking Rollins. Plus, I even got doggone what? Who else do I have for Powerhouse? I got Zombie Liv chilling at 6-star gold. Freak Uncle Howdy's right there. Striker, I got Zombie Bailey for move damage. I got OTC for everything. Acrobat, Jacob Fatu, Indy Hartwell. Technician, got Gunther and Julius Creed. I mean, like, what are we doing? Like, look at the depth of what to work on here. I got every class covered. Husbando and waifu for modern era. I got a tech husbando and waifu. I got a go-to for any situation. But look at how big this list is. Look how far this goes. There's ones that are great. Like literally, if I didn't have Indy already at 6-star gold, I'd work up. If I wasn't investing on Indy, I would have worked up Soul Ruka. But now it's the thing of, yeah, she's a top tier unit, but I'm not going to be using her because I got other ones. So then you come to a thing of like, who do I really invest in when you got this broad? Like, look, modern era is still going. This could have been like Slim Number said. This could have been a Thunderdome era. That you could have had some people from the Thunderdome. You could have variants of that. You could have had there's other places that you could categorize and sectionalize these characters. So you don't got this giant list. Because then you go from modern era and then here's new gen. Blink and you'll miss it. Look at PG. Blink and you miss it. So how do you go from that big of a pool from modern era to then you got so many superstars that were in these others? You know what I mean? They put the Turtles and the crossover in the new gen to give them some love, right? But even then, I'm looking at it. Showboats. I got Asuka. I got Vader. Tech side. I mean, if I wanted to bring up Steiner Boy, I could. I got Mr. Perfect chilling. Got Shredder Reigns and Ramon. Tricksters. I got Xavier Woods and freaking Gobbledygooker. What are we talking about? You know, Acrobat. I got Seth. He was a chase character. He was easy to pick up and recruit, and still is to this day. So then you got Yokozuna with the moment. There could be a rework, the Dead Man Undertaker maybe one day. There's just, you gotta really pick your spots. But then there's other ones where you don't have a spot to pick. You're either using for Acrobats for PG, you're either using NXT Seth or you're using the PG Punk. Like, what are we talking about, y'all? You know what I mean? Like, PG is one of those, like, literally, Cena, you're not going wrong. The C-tier Cena with the Cena moment, he can get busy for you. There ain't no doubt about that. I mean, Randy, realistically, what they should have done to Randy with him having the whole tag move, they should have just gave him a hot tag link. This Randy, literally, if I recall correctly, is valuable because of all the links that he had. Yeah, they should have gave him a hot tag link and called it a doggone day. I'm gonna shut up. That's just me. He should have had a move that, like, literally, he should have doubled up on it to make him more valuable. But then even then, like, look at what you got here. Okay, well, for PG, I got go-tos. Both Cenas. I got Acro Punk. And I got Kelly. Kali is an option because I didn't have nobody for PG. So then you will go down even further. Reality, look at this. I got Showboat Charlotte. I got Trickster Bully Ray. I got the rework Bray, who's actually pretty good. Devon Dudley. Everything else falls to the wayside. Ruthless Aggression, once again. Okay, we got Michelle McCool. I use her a lot. Ozzy is always holding me down. Veteran Cena is cool. Acro Cena is cool. Goldberg, I'm waiting on a yeet and drip combo to put on him with a 200% strap. But realistically, look, that's it. This is what you got. So they definitely need to just space things out and start working at a better setup for it to get everything all together, because this game is going into 9 years, but Slim Numbers dropped some bars, bro. Need more content, section a lot, like minimize modern, because like he even said it, it's like, Why would AOP and Trick Williams share the same era when it's different eras? If I recall correctly, they call this one, the one that we're in now, you could call it the Netflix era. So then the era before that would be the Renaissance era. So there's other era. They just got to change it, yo. That's how you can make more creativity. Sometimes less is more. You got a whole lot of modern era characters. You can make the people, you can make an era that's just called crossover. Put your zombies, Motu, your mutants, put them all under crossover as an era and call it a day. That's just me, yo. That's just me. But with that being said, y'all, that's the video. We did polls. We covered a lot. Shout out to Slim Numbers. Video's gonna be down below. I'm sad that I couldn't bring. I'm very sad that I wasn't able to bring Eddie home. But I'm grateful that I did get to take up Mamacita, the 6-star silver, because she is going to 6-star gold. Best believe that once the red P re-up. But other than that, I mean, that's the video, y'all. I passed my luck on to y'all. We did get Americano. We finally got Grande Americano, and that also unlocked that ability, that moment. So that's fire. That's cool. We do have hype for him. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. I'm not mad. I'm just kind of like, it's cool. I see how people usually run him anyway. So let me guess. It's this, and then you got the MP charge, and then you got the other one there. Yeah, that's pretty much what it, yeah, that's what I see everybody. And it's a reversal in there too, so you're able to go up against people with traps. Then I also seen people talk about the triple black too. So we got him. It's cool. It ain't the end of the world. I'm happy to have him on the squad. Does he have a good trainer ability? That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. So we walked away with something. So, hey, yo, hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last. Champions do. Mad love and respect to each and every single one of you, and my beloved Champions fam. Like the video, share the video, hype the video. If you haven't done so already, make sure to drop a people's elbow on the subscribe button, as well as hit a razor's edge on the bell icon to receive all future notifications from yours truly, the one and only bad guy of WWE Champions, Zeke 4-0, the most electrifying content creator in WWE Champions Entertainment. I love you all. I respect you all. I'm praying for you all tenfold. Let the good times roll. Doesn't matter where you're coming from, what you're going through, or where you're headed. Always know, in my eyes and from the bottom of my heart, you always and forever will be a champion. Polls are what they are. They were ends to a means. We're closer to Joe Hendry. We're closer to Eddie Guerrero. We got Mamacita, Chyna, rest in paradise, my queen, to 6-star silver, waiting to 6-star gold. Shout out to Slim Numbers for being just an immaculate genius and how he breaks things down with simplicity. Highly intelligent, intellectual gentleman, but also keeping it real and just simplifying it and getting issues across that need to be addressed, because the hype is ruining, the hype is messing things up. Literally, you could have who you want, but if you don't got the hype to build them up, then what's the sense? You're literally sitting on someone, and that's another way that deters people from playing the game. And we want people to be playing this game instead of uninstalling the game, right? I mean, life happens, answer the call, but if this is something that you enjoy, it should remain something that you enjoy, and that's what I'm hoping and praying for. So with that being said, y'all, the polls are what they are. I'm grateful. You're not wrong if you pick up. Merrick's always says, if it's an offer and you know you're getting it guaranteed, then go at it. 7 pulls, a 200% RNG strap, and a guaranteed rainbow 500% damage cross break plate for $20 disposable income. You do the math. You ain't wrong for it. And then on top of that, you know, getting Undertaker at 6-star. Not Undertaker. Santa Hogan to 6-star gold. You know, you could get it, unlock him, fuse him up, sit him at 17K and leave him, or go all the way up and get those extra benefits and goodies from it. So, I mean, there was a lot of good that came with it. The deals and the offer was a good look. Eddie, again, I believe he's a striker that should really be a trickster, but we'll get him at some point in time. Joe Hendry, we're more than likely going to pick up sometime this week. It is what it is, and we'll just move forward and we'll keep rocking and rolling. Doubled up on 2 crossfire blades. 2 cross break plates anniversary. Doubled up on that. Picked up another anniversary silence plate. Got We made off good, y'all. Ilya the Dragunov is going to be coming home sooner rather than later. I'm at peace. So with that being said, I passed my luck on to y'all because we did pull somebody new. We did get some solid star fuse ups, saving us star frags, and we were able to get a bunch of shards that we can use for future projects. It's just a question of what it is. I've gotten to a point where my roster is where it is, so I need to literally like just come to a point where you gotta learn. When you get to a certain point, you gotta know when to stop pulling. You gotta take time to just step away from pulls, let new characters build up, and then go back to the pulls and maybe cool. But just it's nothing wrong with just sitting, waiting, holding, building, stockpiling, working on who you really need to work on, and knowing you're going to do it instead of just looking to work on somebody because you're so used to a structure, you're so used to a certain type of system, and now you're just getting rid of resources that you're not going to get back just to say that you worked on somebody. Be patient and work up the people that you want. And if you don't have no one to work up, call that a day off. Call that a break to your resources. They're going to thank you. But outside of that, hopefully with more and more characters coming, hopefully we get some new books on the road. Hopefully we get some new waifu tours, some new husbando tours. They could do mixed match tours. They could do a tag team division tour. They could do the history of the different championships. They could do a history or do tours based on different storylines. They could do tower modes based on factions and different eras and different characters and requirements. They can upgrade the resources so you can get the IOW tokens, let alone wild hype or universal hype in the solo contest. There's a lot they can do that's real easy. It's just changing around a few numbers. It's just up to if they want to do it or not, because all they're worried about is like TKO. Can we make money off it? If you do right by it, then yeah, you will make money off of it. But don't keep on expecting to make money when literally you're shooting yourself in the foot. It's like 9 years, celebrate 9 years. We got 700 plus, but like, where's the content at? Because the content's been the same for almost 3 years. So you got to look at stuff like that. Don't brag about something if you don't got nothing to show for it. Every time Dokkan Battle drops an anniversary, they got tons of content to play. We just got an MLA. Everything else is not new. It's not special. It's not the Joe Hendry that's a thing of just like how they did back in the day. If you had a character, you recruited them early, you got the tour to do this stuff like the victory tours. This stuff's been around for years. They just changed it around and different. That doesn't make this MLE special. More pay to win isn't making it special. There aren't no tours out. There isn't a 9th anniversary tour that's like having you go through all your people from each year, and you got to use certain characters and having it open and broad. Like, hey, you can only get these resources if you use X husbando or waifu from X year leading up to the 9 year. We didn't even get that. So how do you expect people to keep on logging in every day and take the game serious? It's just a thought, but a thought. And I know I'm that guy. I'm the guy that just spent disposable income to do pulls for y'all and walk away with nothing. Obviously, I am a part of the problem, but I'm also a part of the solution with just saying people will spend money when it makes sense. And if you got tons and tons of content, people are going to love that. They're going to partake in that. And that's going to, instead of it feeling like the same old grudge of day to day, basically doing a 9 to 5 of the regular stuff, drop some stuff that's spontaneous and special and ride off to the races with it. But what do I know? At the end of the day, y'all, I got nothing but love for y'all. Thank you. I'm passing my luck on to each and every single one of you. 641 superstars now. I'll gladly take it. First ever cross break gem 500% plate caught on camera. I love it. I'm glad that I got to put it on my guy. Hands down, one of the greatest in the game now with everything. Another Voltron might be a little more costly, but he will hit when you get him on your account and you won't regret it, taking him to Hype 4, because that's where we're headed. So with that being said, y'all, mad love to each and every single one of you. And until next time, stay tuned.